Hello everybody, Pan's Penguin back. And as promised, I have moved my army to the north. I have basically been spending all my money on converting Syracuse into a Roman hamlet. Yeah, a Roman hamlet. Most of these buildings were all Greek in culture, so I had to spend my money converting them. In this case, it didn't turn out to be a bad thing because I do want to build a temple, as I can then convert and spread the land culture everywhere. The military grant allows me now to build most of my military units here as well. Again, all of my cities are ready to expand, but as you can see, my economy is not very well, especially right now, but that's partially because I just built another Principi and a equity cavalry unit. My original plan, and I'll show you why, was to attack Venice. I mean, it's got the glass warp, a little more economic boost, but their army was a little bit scary. However, when I on the last turn during the winter, I moved my spy over here, and there was a very beat up army here of the Ligurians, but they have since moved over. They're at war with the Insurbes, who control the walled city up here. As we can see, there is virtually nobody here, just like Syracuse. Here is their, well, this was their enemy. They have now taken it over, and if we're lucky, it doesn't look like we will be able to see on this turn. The Venetians have a very scary army. So their army is very small, but now they have the walled city. So this should be a nice little war. In this case, declare war. They have no allies, nor do we. Ooh, looks like we're gonna have to fight this one on the map. Even with my improved units. My attack actually makes it worse for me somehow. So we'll fight this on the map, and we'll see what the barbarians are like. Believe on this city, and I honestly don't remember very well, that naval unit will land in the middle of their city. This map shows the yellow is where I can deploy my forces, so if I had any forces coming by sea, they would deploy in there, while the red shows theirs. So this map, they all start over here, and they'll run over here, and they'll fend off here and here. There is a almost identical map to this where this, I don't think it's this one, where this hill here is actually really steep, which is always interesting. So here's our new cavalry unit. If I can zoom in on them. So they should wreak some havoc. Be a little trickier. That's not my. Is that? Yeah, that is my general. It looked like he was dismantled. So we'll send our cavalry to the sides. Send our good units to these two sideways. Oh, that's. No, I'm being retarded here. Bulk over force will come this way. Alright, so we're going to do this. Send these three guys. We'll call them group 1. Or no, we'll call them group 2. We're going to go straight. Group 3. These two guys who go straight as well. 4. We'll flank with the cavalry. So these guys will actually be this group here. These guys will send around the side. Now these Principes will come over here. We'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Slingers, we'll send them here. So like I said. There's their navy.
Happy to serve Rome. Forward.
I'll speed things up. Alright, tell these guys not to run. Oh, they had a reinforcement. That I was not aware of.
Romans ready for duty. Orders. Yes, Commander.
Could have been bad, but in this case it turns out not to be that bad. We'll get
General, Domine! Orders. At the double!
you can see the random horses that are running away.
Spears ready. Orders understood. Jupiter gives us strength.
The spears first, kill some guys,
Spearmen, ready for orders.
and try and surround this cavalry. I think he's a general. Yeah, Rablos. So killing him will be good.
By your command.
My melee units.
General, sic Domine! Advance at speed.
Now the reason I'm sending these guys this way was that these guys were going to come and be the... So it looks like we actually have completely destroyed that cavalry unit.
At the double!
Now we can move them on. We're going to send these guys in on a blind charge. You can see they're starting to shift to run away.
Principes!
Send the Principes.
Quick march! Your orders. Tribunus! Levy slingers! Double time!
So they're engaged as we wanted them to be.
And forward! Spear infantry at your command, Commander. Quick march! Equities!
I'm going to pull the Equites out.
Cohorts parati!
Should relatively pass through my infantry okay. They're nice straight lines. The guys get in their place first.
Spearmen at the ready. Your orders.
See the Roman troops fire their spears as soon as the enemy unit gets in
Principes!
position. That's okay there. Didn't quite get where I was hoping to get. That's okay as well.
Romans, ready for duty. Double
Again,
time.
here's our main flanking move, which will break the back, as they only have archers now.
Ready and waiting. Hammer on its all.
Basically murder their last few units.
Commander, ready. Quick march!
Form up here.
Advance at speed!
Advance our lines. And attack orders.
Charge! Ready and sons of Mars. And the double.
A little rotation here.
Big forward.
Send these guys like that. Well, cavalry now charging through the open land there.
Spear infantry, ready.
Once again, sort of making a sandwich. In case it's their general again.
Principes!
Spearmen ready for orders.
Break the lines!
See there.
We await your command.
Missile units aren't doing very well against the cavalry. We select our general. I guess he doesn't have any of the Paul's fear on the enemy yet. So we'll pull them out for another charge.
Charge!
I get those guys into the fray as well. Send them over there.
Spears ready. Jubilant gives us strength. General! Ready!
Now this is just going to be a mass of cavalry into a mass of troops. Some of who retreating just going to get, oh, kind of blunted the charge.
Advance! Quickly now!
I'll do it again.
Dead for glory!
Rome is mother to us all.
Runners, ready for duty. General! Forward!
Charge them in again. We get charge bonuses for charging cavalry, especially into the rear of enemies. Now that their general is dead, their army is essentially broken. So in this case, we will try to murder as many of them as we can.
Principes! Spearmen, ready for orders.
This particular group's just going to get murdered.
Equity! Charge!
We'll speed things up again. Just kind of keep the cavalry going. We're going to continue this battle. Speed it up once more. I mean, you just see this big blob of units to run down. Just freebie experience. And I believe it also affects the amount you capture and everything like that. So I would imagine some of these people would be surrounding. You can just see what the cavalry is doing to that. Go after the bigger one over here as well. I mean, we're up to almost 500 kills now with our general. So even though these are not very good units we're fighting, yeah, we are still gaining a little bit of experience. Our general's tired. Yeah. End it there. As you can see, the kill count here on the left. Their general got 20 kills. Our general got 424. While most of our frontline soldiers got 200 or so. Slingers aren't very good. I don't particularly like slingers, to be honest. I really hate when I fight against them, though, because they just tend to sit there and just wail into your units. That's why I love cavalry on those flanking moves to rout those missile troops. Archers are a lot more deadly as well, but they're a bit more rare during this time period. I believe when I expand into Greece, I should get some Cretan archers that I should be able to recruit who are some of the better archers in the game, or as far as I'm aware. Javelins are also very useful. They just run out of ammo rather quickly. But if you can move javelin throws to flank an enemy, they can do some serious damage. especially if it's the right side of the enemy, because their shields are on their left side, which gives some
Is that all?
advantage there.
At your command.
My Imperium, since I've been conquering. So you may have noticed I already leveled up my general. In this case, I gave him the Knight. So I gave him the Skill Tactician 1, which unlocks the Knight Commander 1. So I can fight night battles. What that does is prevents the enemy from reinforcement. So if this army here and this army here were next to each other and I attack them, I would be able to, take out that army, and then the other one would just sit there, and then on my next go I'd be able to take out the following one. In this case, it's a army. I think, is it the Vanguard? No. So it must be the green one, the Garrison. Well, one of these gives me the ability to build defensive whenever I'm attacked. So quite useful. Let's see. So I did build a farm in Arretium, and I did upgrade Neapolis to a harbor, which is for the trade. We'll see what happens now in the summer. The dotted lines are clearly the trade routes my boats are sailing on, which is why I can now see the Massilian army. So they've got their 2 stacks. One of the mods I'm running, so here we go. So the Ligurians want to give me a peace treaty. I'm going to respectfully decline, and that is my navy. I don't know why when you suppress advice. They are in a port, so they shouldn't be taking attrition. Strange. Alright, so we've got a Stonecrow army. That's the remainder of the army that just fought this battle. They're fortified. Not that that means anything. So as you can see, there's the night attack option. Doesn't make any difference in this case. I'm not going to lose a single guy, or hardly a single guy. Nice little animation there of killing the enemy general. We're going to enslave the captives. We know Rome loved their slaves. At the end of my last video, I wish I'd continued it for 5 minutes, because the a little event popped up with a gladiator, a champion gladiator nearing the end of his term, and I just decide what to do with him. There were 3 options, or maybe there were 4 options. It was either do nothing, send him on a tour, force him to continue fighting, or give him his freedom. In the past, I usually send him on a tour, which, everybody around the kingdom's happy because they get to see this great champion fighter, but eventually he gets killed in combat. So there's a nice little funeral for him. I've never done the do nothing or the, I've never done do nothing. If you force him to continue fighting, I don't think anything bad happens. I don't quite remember. In this case, I decided to free him, so it made all the slaves very happy that, maybe one day they'll get their freedom. So now if we go over here, start getting her experience, well, we can see this bright and colorful army of the Venetians. These are the Venetian Hestade, so they're basically the equivalent of my units. Well, these are their slingers, I believe, or their javelins, and these are their javelins. So a bit stronger of an army, scarier. As opposed to, well, I guess I haven't looked over here. The good news about running out of movement points here at the bridge is if this army attacks me, it's a river crossing battle, so I get to basically form a larger front while their smaller army is forced into a bottleneck. So I don't know how long this video is going, but I guess I'll have it go for another turn. You have some money in the bank. Got plenty of food. This is where I start running into problems with what do I build next. So this one is the spread the Latin culture and increase public order. So even though I don't control Lilybaeum, it will keep increasing the Latin culture, which we see is at 63% and on the rise, while everything else is diminishing greatly. Our Navy's home. Our spy is active. Army's out of movement. So somebody has unsigned skill. So it looks like it's my commander. So I could go to that, or I can do, I can improve. So these orange or beige ones are from the skill tactician one. Let's see. We'll do the register. Ooh, that's. I'm not familiar with all these, so some of this is experimental. I'll go over research here on this next go. As you can see, the Carthaginians are still moving all their units around. It's like they're also celebrating their emperor down there. That's where those little green flares are. Athenians, I'm not sure really what's going on there because it looks like the Epirus are still in control. Eventually this will turn into a goal.
Shall we hack at each other until our enemies can gorge themselves on warriors' flesh? Or will it be peace?
Yeah, that amount of money is tempting, but I'd rather have their city. So once again, respectfully decline. We want to rid you from the earth. So it does not look like they're going to attack us. We're going to move our spy back and take a look. So these guys aren't particularly good.
Commander, none will escape.
So siege, and they also have, so their garrison is wounded from their previous battle. So I do like my chances. Ladders, as you can see, give you 2 ladders. So I already have 2, so 2 more means I could get 4 units up on the wall. 1, 2. So we'll go with another ladder, and yeah, it could take 2 turns. So we'll,
Besieging the settlement.
if we're lucky, they'll come out and attack us instead. Move our spy back here. She can't do anything. I think I may just sit on this money. I need it. Alright, so technology-wise, I did the initial military one, then I also did the initial civilian one, and then I did this one, which gives me dignitaries. Basically, these are governors that I can send into. They're like spies, they're a unit that marches around. I can only have a certain number of them based on my imperium. But they basically increase your tax rate, so increase your income, and they also increase your public order. So they're very good at for new territories that you've taken over, as they're kind of like bonus building to some degree, where they give you some of the bonuses you get from having like a temple that increases things. So we got some options here. Let's go over here. So I think that's an economic one. Well, I got 2 more. What does this give me? Empire maintenance. Do we go back to the military? Yes, we'll do the auxiliary. Right, so we'll see if the Ligurians.
I will see you trampled beneath a herd of stampeding elephants. Oh, the joys
That's
of war.
interesting. Just got backstabbed by Carthage. I wonder if that's because I took Syracuse before they could. Hopefully it doesn't amount to anything, because clearly I don't have the money for a second army, which I need down in the south. So perhaps if the Ligurians offer me peace, I'll accept it. Unless I attack them. Well, that's a little tricky. So that's about to rebel because of the public order.
To battle! None will escape.
Alright, so I'm gonna lose a lot of troops. Now, we're gonna fight this on the map. We'll have two. So I'm gonna end this video here, and then come back with video number 3 of this siege. I'm not sure I can stop recording while this loads though. So just bear with me here for a minute. Hopefully I didn't mess up the videos I've been producing. That I think any of you really watch them. So let's see if I can end it here.